Well, happened, Kevin. Unus Annus is gone.
Yeah, it is done.
Um, and I guess technically, in a way, now we can officially welcome everyone to Alterum Annum. So, welcome. Welcome to the
Yeah,
first video of this long-ass journey that we're gonna have together. Whether it be just me and Kevin, or if people will join us. We're just gonna have to wait and see what the future entails.
Yep.
So we were originally planning on recording this particular podcast. Oh, by the way, this is a podcast. um,
Yeah,
we're
welcome.
calling it Unus Hora, which is 1 hour, and basically every single podcast will be kept around an hour long. But we were originally planning on recording this the minutes after Unus Annus was deleted. By that time, Kevin was really tired, and I had a massive headache. I still do, but we're just over 12 hours. We're 16. We're recording this 16 hours.
For 16 hours
16 and a half hours after Unus Annus has been deleted, and what isn't what is there that we could say about Unus Annus to truly describe what it was?
It was, in the simplest
Glorious.
terms, a lot of bullshit.
A bunch of bullshit.
And not in the
It was a
bad
bunch
way.
of bullshit, but was very awesome and stuff. I find it so funny that towards the end, when they uploaded the videos, they said that they were expecting like 50,000 videos or views on every video. And literally within the first day, the first 24 hours of it being a thing,
They were topping millions.
they were topping millions, and their very first video went #1 on trending on YouTube. And it was that way, I remember because I kept checking this, it was that way for literally almost a week after it was uploaded. And then for like the first couple weeks after that, they consistently hit top 10 and top 5 trending on YouTube. And that was just awesome. So let's just also put this out there. Me and Kevin watched the entire thing. We were there from 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time to 12 o'clock midnight. We watched the entire 12-hour stream. And it was really interesting to see when people decided to tune in. It was.
Yeah.
Because at the very beginning, the total viewership it got at the very beginning was just over 800,000 viewers, which is a shit ton. That's a lot for a live stream. And then after that, it went down. I don't think it ever dipped down below 100K. Oh, 1,000, 500K. That's what I meant to say.
No, it stayed around.
It's consistently stayed above 500,000. And then towards the end, I checked, and in Markiplier's video that he uploaded talking about the post-mortem of Unus Annus, in his video he had in the thumbnail it shows a screenshot, and it shows that over 1.5 million people were watching as it was deleted. 1.5 million people stayed up. Dude, imagine if we saw it get above 2 million though. That would have been really awesome.
Would have been mind-blowing, yeah.
So basically, the whole point of this first podcast is Unus Annus. Cause Alterum Annum, this channel, we're just gonna be honest, is heavily inspired.
Hence the name.
Alterum Annum, which is Latin for 1 more year. We will not be deleting stuff after 1 year.
Because the theme, we're gonna play a cheap card. We're gonna be like, it means another year. So after the year, it's another.
It's always gonna be another year until either of us die, or until both of us die.
Until death do us.
No, but until we die, or we just get, or we just get something in life that comes to where it becomes very difficult for us to do this.
Yeah, I agree.
But
What we should do? I just thought about this right now. I think we should do this. If one of us dies, the other person deletes the whole channel.
nah.
No?
It's kind of like what Mark and Ethan said. If one of them dies, the other will continue on the channel. But then again,
We'll keep ranking in the monetization.
We'll see. Again, that's way down in the road, hopefully. But
Yeah, okay. Gotta get that viewership.
I'm gonna let I guess let's talk about our first experiences we had with Unus Annus and what our first feelings were towards it. And since I speak a lot, Kevin, I'm gonna let you go first. So take it away.
Well, why don't you just mess?
Just fucking go.
Alright. Okay, so it was back in 18.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, no, I started. I was just playing games on Steam one day, talking in chat, and then one day this motherfucker was like, yo, have you seen this video from
Wait,
this
I
game?"
introduced you to
I'm
it?
like,
I don't remember that.
I didn't find it on my own.
I mean, I introduced a lot of people to it then.
Yeah. And then, it was a ghost hunting video. And this was actually way before. This was well in the beginning. But we watched it and I was like, this is funny. This is content. And then I looked at the channel, and I looked at the recipe, and I was like, what the fuck? And that's how I found it. And from that day forward, I just watched as many videos as I thought were cool. And that ended up being a lot of them.
I honestly forgot I introduced you to it, cause I know for a fact I've introduced Nikki to it. I feel like I kinda in a way introduced everyone in the friend group to it.
Yeah.
Cause Bradley said he watched some of the videos, he didn't watch a lot of them. But yeah, I think I was the one who brought it to the friend group. So I guess I'll explain how I came among Unus Annus.
Among Us.
No.
You were the imposter among us.
No. I was the informant of the new cult that will rise to power and shall live on beyond the leaders. But yeah, kind of the same thing with Kevin. One thing I kind of put out there right now, I'm an insomniac. I don't sleep. That's honestly how all this started. Or how the whole me finding Unus Annus started. I probably would have still found it, just not as quickly. I was bored one day. Well, the date was November 15th, 2019. It was about 3 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. I was sitting there debating on what game to play. So I was bored as hell. And I was sitting there thinking, I don't feel like playing a game. I was already listening to YouTube. The YouTube video I was watching was boring. So I was like, screw this. I went to the subscription tab and looked at all the recently uploaded videos. And I see this video. If he still has it up, I'll maybe put up the thumbnail of it. But I see this video on Markiplier's channel. It's him standing in a white tuxedo with a black and white spiral behind him. And I'm just like, what the hell? And the video was called... I can't remember what the video was called. What was it called?
I don't remember.
Give me 2 fucking seconds, I'll find it.
With the power of editing magic, we'll show it to
If he hasn't removed it yet.
This is true.
It looks like it's been removed. I think he did remove it. I don't know. Let me check. But basically, it was something along the lines of. It was kind of like. Damn it. I actually clicked on Markiplier. Didn't mean to do that. As you can tell, this totally not planned. Yeah, it's gone. He did actually remove it. I'm happy. I'm happy to see that he did that. He uploaded a video talking about it. And basically, literally the first lines he said was, "Me and Ethan have created something that can only end in death. I suffer from pretty heavy depression. And I instantly was like, I don't like this tone." I kept watching the video. I watched the entire first video and I was like, huh. And if you don't know, this was I watched it 3 hours after their very first video was uploaded. I watched Markiplier's announcement video on it, then I went over to the channel and watched that video about them talking about it. I was like, huh. And then I was iffy about it because I was like, I don't really know if I like this tone. I don't like the tone they're setting off because at the time I was kind of going through a dark state of depression. And
Yeah.
yeah, this will end in death. It's like, okay. So after I watched both of those videos, I was like, not entirely sure, but I guess I'll just have to wait. That was the first ever video I watched, and when I fully got sucked into what would later become the cult of Unus Annus, let's just be honest, was the very next day when they uploaded their very first actual video, which was cooking with sex toys. And when I watched that video, I've never laughed so hard or teared up so much from laughing because of a video in a long time, if ever. And as soon as I saw that video, I was instantly pulled in and I loved what they were doing. I've seen all 365 of their videos. I've seen the live stream. I've spent a lot of money on the merch, and I haven't spent money on YouTubers before. And I did. Kevin did as well, but I spent considerably more. But yeah. Year went on for me, and I, again, was just getting pulled further and further into this world that Mark and Ethan were creating. And after a bit and stuff, it became a normal thing in my life. At 12 o'clock noon every day, I'd go and see what they're doing. And then the final 2 weeks came. And they uploaded the video, The Truth of Unus Annus. And that's when realization hit me. Just seeing the thumbnail, that's when the realization hit me. I didn't even pull up the video yet. And it hit me. It was time for it to come to an end. The year was up. And that's when I started realizing how much that channel truly meant to me. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sad that it's gone. I'm actually kind of happy it is, because it was a great channel. I don't think anyone can deny that. But that Unus Annus truly has helped me through a lot of shit. One of the first posts that we have done with the Alterum Annum Twitter, all of those posts were during that final live stream. And the very last one, the last tweet that went up before it went and disappeared was, "It has been an amazing year with you guys, not only Mark and Ethan, but the whole community. Thank you for helping so many with so much this year with mental health and everything else we're going through in 2020. Thank you again to Ethan and Mark for the priceless memories. Hashtag Memento Mori," which was the hashtag they had they set up to where you could say your goodbyes. But honestly, in a way, again, I'm really happy. I'm happy it's gone. I'm at peace with it. I feel like I'm over talking you. This is probably gonna be a common thing in these podcasts, by the way, where I talk a lot. I can ramble. When I get stuck, I can ramble. We can both ramble. It's just I can get rambling easier. Unus Annus. 1 year. That was an amazing. Even though a lot of shit happened during this time in 2020 and even later on in 2019. It was a good year. And while it wasn't the best year, like Mark and Ethan said, I think we did make the best of it. Anyway, trying to think about, guess we could, what were your feelings throughout the year? Because I don't think you and me haven't even really talked about this off camera or anything. What was...
It's kind of the same thing. I was just having fun with the videos and enjoying them as they came out, and it didn't really hit me that it was going away until we were in that live stream.
Yeah, I mean, even in a way, because we were in waiting for the live stream before it started. We pulled the live stream up like 10-15 minutes before it started. And it was so weird seeing like around 500,000, because at that time it was 500,000 people. 500,000 people waiting for 2 people to go live and literally just sit in chairs for 12 hours. When I think about it, it truly is weird to think about it that way. But Unus Annus was truly something, and again, our channel here, Alterum Annum, heavily inspired. One of the things that we heard, Ethan, I think it was Ethan who said it in like the final 5 minutes of the stream, said that he heavily thinks people are gonna do what they did after, but they didn't care, and they were happy that they were able to spark, in a way, creativity in others. And literally when me and Kevin heard that, it was just like, yes, okay, we do have the full go-ahead from them to basically make our own spin-off type thing. We instantly got really excited to hear that. But I'm still choked up about that thing Nikki said. About 30 minutes before it ended, where she said, Unus Annus might be dying, but Alterum Annum will live on. Such a simple phrase, but it carries a lot. Wouldn't you agree? It's just... we're gonna have some ideas that Unus Annus did, or some videos I should say, it's not ideas, it's us stealing ideas that we will do. Some we are excited more than others, some way more excited, probably too excited for. But yeah, as we'll talk about in the next one whenever we get around to doing that, we'll talk about what our channel is truly about. And then the podcast after that will turn into basically us just talking about random shit. But we decided that with this first one we wanted to solely talk about Unus Annus and what it meant to us and how it inspired us to start doing this. And then the second one, we're gonna talk about basically what our vision with Alterum Annum is. So, because you know what, we'll probably talk about this in the next one, but me and Kevin, even before Unus Annus became an idea, became a thing last year, we were talking about doing something together with like a YouTube channel. It's just we didn't know what to do, and we didn't really know what to do, and we didn't have a sense of direction. And it was towards that final 2 weeks of Unus Annus where we saw that direction, and it's because it was in the Brutally Honest video, I think, where they basically said that, I don't even remember what it was, but me and Kevin watched it together, and when that video went live, when we watched it, that's when we saw the direction. We saw like kind of like the guidance, or the like, I kind of want to say the spark that led us to finally pushing to doing Alterum Annum. Because in a way, they proved to us that you don't really have to have a plan for every video. It could all just start off with a simple bullshit idea, and you can make that into a whole, hopefully entertaining video, which they were able to do with every single one of their videos. While some of them were bad and some of them were good, where they were able to make each video they filmed somewhat entertaining, and that was truly amazing. And that kind of pushed me and Kevin to finally being like, yeah, we can make something of this. We can have fun bullshitting around.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, like it says in our description, we're two friends here to have fucking bullshit and have fun. It's what most of our videos will be. It's gonna be us having fun. I think it would be cool to, I would say, let's talk about our individual favorite Unus Annus videos. But you and me's, we both have the same fucking, both videos that we like the most we have the exact same favorite video. And it's cooking with sex toys, because that video, it was just so out there, especially with how that first video went, with how they announced it. It was all professional and looked professional, and then the very next day at 12 o'clock noon, they released that video, and it was just like a total fucking throw from, or fucking whatever the saying is, from right field. It came out of nowhere and was literally a slap in the face, and then that's when it truly set the tone of what they were doing.
Yeah. Also, the saying is, it came out.
Well, fuck you. I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't. They probably say that a lot on TV. I don't know, but
I don't, but I just know the.
Well, screw you. But I guess instead of favorite video, what was your favorite, let's say, era of Unus Annus?
Era, probably the beginning, because the videos were the most, I want to say,
and kind of unfiltered.
And out there.
They were like really unfiltered.
And it was before quarantine.
Yeah, I do like Quarantina. It's not my favorite, but Quarantinus was cool because they made the most of what they could with being in lockdown and everything. They still were able to do that, and they kept to their commitment of doing a video every day. And you gotta give props to them. That's awesome. It's awesome that they still did that. Mine is honestly a toss-up between the beginning to right before, like a little bit of like maybe the first 2-3 weeks of Unus Annus, to like maybe a few weeks before Quarantina started, and then honestly, it's a real toss-up to with the last few weeks of Unus Annus. Because those last few videos they did were while they were like more like guided and in a way directed, they had really high production value and was so well made. I mean, prime example is the video about the truth of Unus Annus. If I could have saved any one video of Unus Annus, that would have been it. It would have been the video of the truth of Unus Annus, because that video was so well made and so well done. Yeah, for me, honestly, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up between the beginning and end of Unus Annus. I will say though, my closest second favorite video they did was the blowing our souls into some glass. The sand blowing video they did. I thought that video was awesome. Where they went to the glass house, I think it was called. I thought that video was awesome. It was so cool. I remember when I first watched it, I wasn't even watching, I was listening to it, and I was playing Skyrim on my Switch. I was playing Skyrim on my Switch, right after I got back to my mom's house from doing something. But yeah. That video was awesome. There was so many of their videos that were awesome. I honestly loved every single one of them. What would be your second favorite video if you had to choose?
Second favorite? Obviously besides the one that they did near the end.
I mean, there were so many they did till the end. Towards the end that were awesome.
You know which one I'm
Oh yeah.
But no, in all honesty, I actually think it would either be the ghost hunting video that I started with, just because.
Yeah, when they went to the abandoned zoo park, whatever.
Yeah.
With Linda.
Or also, the escape room.
The basement escape room. That was, the escapement. Fuck off. But yeah, that was also really good video. Yeah. Honestly, I think their best videos were when they had other people come in to talk to them. Like, what was another one they did? I mean, while they weren't really goofing around in it, it was really interesting to watch the video where they went to go get the casket. That was a really cool video because it showed how those caskets were made. It truly showed the craftsmanship that goes behind making them. Even the simple ones. It's amazing. Also, just all the videos where they did with Alex Tima. Those were all cool.
Yeah.
Also, I thought that eulogy that he gave that video for the eulogy for Unus Annus he did during the live stream, I thought that was an awesome fucking video.
Yeah.
That was an awesome.
Almost made me cry.
I mean, even the fucking the highlight reels that they had the editors do. Those were so awesome, and Lixian's, dude. I'm sad that I missed part of Lixian's video. But
yeah, it was pretty good.
Fuck off. But from what I saw, of Lixian, I saw most of it. It was like the middle part that I missed, but from what I saw, that was an awesome video, and it actually honestly did make me tear up a bit. But yeah, I don't think Unus Annus is gonna be forgotten for a while. I think it's gonna live on. It's just going to. Like, even like with people who were just minor fans and stuff, they're gonna live on. It's the channel. It's kind of like the channel's dead. Yes, the channel's dead and gone. But the idea and the memories that people made, whether they were a huge fan or not, again, those are priceless and are gonna live on with people, maybe even their entire life. Because I know there's some memories and some stuff that happened with Unus Annus that I feel like I'm gonna probably hold on to for the rest of my life, to be honest. And no, it's not cooking with sex toys. I'm not gonna start cooking all my meals with sex toys. Fuck no. But just more of the idea and stuff of we all got a limited amount of time on this earth. I mean, we're even pushing that like idea with our channel of you only got a limited time, so you got to make the most of what you can and take what you can and use that to build yourself up as a person. Again, though, we'll get into talking about all that in the next podcast. So, but
You didn't hear that.
hear what?
Exactly.
You played a fucking game while recording the podcast.
No, my
Oh. Because I heard a slight sound and it almost sounded like a Stellaris notification. So I was like, you motherfucker, playing fucking Stellaris during the podcast, you bastard. But man, we still have to go for about a half hour. It's not that we don't have much to say about Unus Annus, it's just there's so much to say. At least for me, there's so much to say that it's so much that we could talk about and stuff that it's hard to know what to talk about. I mean, what is there? Here, you bring up some ideas, damn it. Come on, any day now. Come on, you're fucking IT for school. You should fucking be able to think of something. Today, Junior. Okay.
Today.
Since Kevin seems to be fucking worthless, I'm joking.
We probably should edit all that.
Nah, we'll keep it all in. It's all, because then we have to worry about pushing more time, and yeah.
Fuck.
I'm good. Let's see. I mean, I know you probably weren't as involved, like, on the Reddit and stuff. I loved looking at it. Seeing, like, tattoos. All the tattoos that people got that were Unus Annus tattoos. Those, all of them, even the simple ones, were so fucking awesome and beautiful. I mean, even the one that Ethan got during the live stream, where it was literally just the clock on his arm, all at zero. That's still cool. That is awesome. But like, it's truly, some of the tattoos that people got are really cool. Trying to think. I wonder, is it still #1 in trending? Trending. No. It's gone. Let's see. I'm gonna just keep scrolling down there and see how, if they do appear up in the top something. Yeah, no, they are not in the top 30 anymore. They're gone. It is truly, it's true. The time after have truly, it's over. It's great though. It's really nice. Unus Annus was really something. I know we're saying that a lot, but you know, you can speak every once in a while.
You have the floor, and I'm just giving you the
I'm sitting here rambling because I'm trying to wait for you to take over and start talking about what you want to talk about with Unus Annus. So that way it's not complete silence, because damn, dude. Fucking speak.
I don't have anything. It's another reason why I feel like I should have more than I know. You covered all the bases.
Think how I feel, man.
The bases have been covered.
Out of the entire, I not only was the person who introduced Unus Annus to the fucking friend group and all that, but I was still kept my spot as the biggest Unus Annus fan. I mean, that during that scavenger hunt we did that one time when we all got together in that in the park, we all fucking. That's honestly where the whole idea of us starting Alterum Annum started, really. Because that's when you and me started, you know, when we would just chant Unus Annus walking through the park, doing that scavenger hunt.
That was great.
That.
Oh, we could segue into what our channel's gonna be.
Do we want to start doing that now, or do we want to save it for the next one?
Well,
Guess we could slightly start on it. We could give.
we could give we could tell what it is.
Alterum Annum is basically a rip-off of Unus Annus. I'm kidding. No,
Well,
it's not entirely wrong. It's basic in a way because Alterum Annum is Latin for another year, and while we're not deleting, oh fuck. While we're not deleting anything, sorry about that. While we're not deleting anything after a year,
I mean, yeah. We don't have the infrastructure to be able to do that amount of commitment just to delete it.
Yeah. But to be honest, in a way,
And that's kind of not the point of our channel, so.
we'll probably talk about this in the next podcast whenever we do get around to doing that. But honestly, what me and Kevin are doing with Alterum Annum, it's honestly in a way because we both thought of this. It's more for us than it is for other people. Because one thing that truly pushed us to doing it was, I think, the Brutally Honest video, where they talked about how they learned so much about each other, but also themselves. I think it was honestly that video that truly gave us the push, gave you and me the push to yes, let's do something similar to what they did with Unus Annus. I think it was that video. Because with how the world is in general these days, it's chaotic. I think would be an understatement, to be honest.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on with COVID, the politics, and just all the other stuff going on. I truly do believe that the word chaotic is an understatement for the state that the world's in. But me and Kevin are basically going to take our chance with Alterum Annum and still what we trying to think of a way to word it. Make the most of what we can with everything that is going on, and still be able to kind of like prove that you can still have fun, despite the shit that's going on with the world and honestly with your own life. As has been stated multiple times, probably before and earlier in this one podcast, probably you truly do have to make the most with what you got, because someday you won't have that. So don't, like, one of the things that Ethan said towards the end of that live stream, don't take a single second for granted. And that was another thing they talked about, is 1 second is, even though it's a second, is still enough time to change a life. Because that 1 second can then turn into a minute, and that minute to an hour, and an hour into a day, and a day into a week, and a week to a month, and then to a month to a year, and then a year to a lifetime. I think that honestly is probably one of the strongest things that they did say throughout the entirety of the lifespan of Unus Annus, was that right there. About how a single second can change a life. And to truly not take a single second for granted.
Yeah. Damn it, man. How am I supposed to add on to this, man?
Get me to fucking interrupt me.
Uh,
It's not my podcast, it's our podcast, damn it. If you want to fucking, and we're not communists, just saying that right now. But like, if you want to, like, literally, if you want to fucking say something that I'm somewhat touching on, but you want to be the person to say it, fucking interrupt me. Don't fucking hesitate.
I don't have anything to say.
Because you're not doing anything and letting me take. This is the segment of the podcast where I yell and bully Kevin. Welcome. I mean, I guess we can get back kind of on the topic of what the vague idea of our channel is. It's literally.
Yeah, we're basically going to just bullshit, have fun, and upload it for your possibly entertainment.
And we don't care. We honestly don't.
If it goes somewhere, great.
If
it doesn't,
oh well, we'll still do it probably, most likely.
If you have any ideas on what we can do, comment.
Yeah.
We read them. Well, we will.
Yeah, we will when they do happen. Because
And then when there's 100 billion of you, we'll read some of them.
we won't read any of them. If we get over 100,000 people, fuck all of you. We're not. I'm kidding. No, no. We'll if we do end up building up a community with this, I will honestly, truly cheer. I mean, if
We'll do one better. We'll have convention.
God no, we're getting way too ahead of ourselves now. I mean, me and Kevin have each started our own different, like, I'm gonna just say YouTube project, because you have DFG, I have my personal channel, and they had their times where they've gone down, and I mean, mine hasn't been active in a while, your DFG hasn't been active in a while, and neither of our channels, and while the one I currently have is technically my third ever channel, it's my second remake of my personal channel because my first one got hacked. That was fun. But before Alterum Annum, I've had 3 past YouTube channels, counting the personal one that I still have going now. It's just neither of them got over 50 subscribers. And this is one thing me and Kevin actually talked about last night, right after the live stream. is if we honestly, like, if we do get over 50 subscribers, honestly, in my mind, it doesn't even matter how long that takes. If it even happens, I will be happy. Because when Unus Annus was around, while I didn't interact a lot, me interacting with the community, I constantly was on the subreddit and looking at all that. Some of the stuff that was posted on that subreddit, just the memes. I don't really like memes, but just the memes that people were able to create with Unus Annus were so awesome. The artwork that some people did is fucking beautiful and amazing. And in my mind, I think that will be truly the coolest part about gaining, if we do gain a following with Alterum Annum. Is it's just another way for people that could express their creativity and all that. Whether it be making memes or artwork. Because it truly is amazing. While human beings can be a little bit messed up, we'll get into this topic in a later podcast. But while human beings can be a little messed up, it is still truly fascinating to me, the creativity and the imagination of people. And even though you say you don't really have that much creativity or imagination, Kevin, or taste, there's some stuff that you have made that is truly awesome. I'm not gonna lie. There's some stuff that you've done that is pretty cool. Finally speechless. I don't have to listen to this fucker. All it took was me being nice to him. I don't know if I can do this to keep him quiet.
I don't know if I can keep this up.
I don't know if I can keep these lies. No, I'm not lying. You've done some cool stuff. We'll see about that. We'll see when we when we take this channel and create it off the fucking cliff. Trying to think about what else could cover about Unus Annus. It's hard. Again, it's not because there isn't nothing to talk about, it's just because there is a lot to talk about. In a way, there's too much to talk about. Because the stuff they were able to do with Unus Annus is, in the end, does leave me speechless. What couldn't be said? It was awesome, and it was such a great thing, and they were able to get a community. They were able to unite so many people into a community under a common belief, even though many people didn't want it to end. But I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. For me personally, Unus Annus was something. It was an amazing thing that honestly, in the end, can't be described. And that's that. Just that's it. Yeah. While we are still kind of far from the hour mark, I would feel kind of cheap if we continued to push it when we didn't really have a direction to go.
Yeah, no, I feel like we covered what we wanted to talk about in this first little go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess with this first podcast talking mainly, supposedly, supposed to be completely focused around Unus Annus, we'll leave it there with, it was truly something and an inspiration to many people. And what Ethan and Mark were able to pull off with that channel truly cannot be described in the end, and even Amy, because Amy was a big part of it. What they were able to pull off is truly can't be described. But thank you for watching my podcast, because Kevin didn't talk for shit.
Your fun.
Um,
Your fun.
I guess if you do tune in and watch this and have stuck through the entire thing, thank you very much. It's pretty awesome. Thank you. And we'll see what if me and Kevin can pull something off, whether it's good or bad. Just gonna have to win.
Just don't get your hopes too high.
Don't overhype it.
If there is any hype.
Hopefully there's no hype. I'm just gonna be honest. Hopefully there's none.
And if this just turns into the 10 viewers that are always here, well then guess what? Hello.
How was your day?
We will still be here even when the population is
Even if it's literally just me and Kevin watching the video to make sure it's good to post, we'll still be here.
If we get 3 views and that's us and our friend group, well, you know what? That's just gonna be
But yeah. Thanks for coming to... In a way, actually, yeah, this is the first video of Alterum Annum. So thanks for watching our very first video, and as well our very first podcast of Unus Hora.
And we'll see you in the next one.